What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. This is Battleshock Wargaming Studio, and we are getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. David, tell us what we're doing today.
I'm going to play Trugg's Troggherd.
Nice.
Michael played them once already. It was very interesting against Slaves of Darkness. Go check it out. I'm playing the exact same list.
No changes were made.
No, it's just, well, there's not very many changes to make. I mean, it's all Troggs all the time. You have to use the battle traits and the command traits and artifacts out of the Regiment of Renown subfaction, so it's a little bit limited. So yeah, this is what we're taking today. I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, who doesn't love just running around the battlefield with a bunch of Troggs?
I love it.
And you brought some cities today?
I brought the Cities of Sigmar. We're taking a different subfaction today. We have a couple of different units out. We're still limited, but like I'm doing my best to like give us good exposure to as many units as we possibly can. Guys, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us today. Comment and like down below, cost you nothing. Consider subscribing as well, super helps out the channel. Big shout out to all of our members. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you are interested in our membership service, there's a link to that as well below. Check out all our membership service has to offer, including more battle reports.
Absolutely, and big shout out to our affiliates, Baron of Dice and Grey Matter Games. Baron of Dice supplies all the beautiful dice that we roll on this channel, and Grey Matter Games has supplied us with all these beautiful battle mats with objective markers to match. There's links with promo codes down below. Go ahead and go support those businesses.
Now with all of that being said, it's time to take a look at the lists we're playing today.
Trugg's Troggherd is going to rumble onto the battlefield again today. This is a Regiment of Renown subfaction, so we get to use all of their special battle traits and command abilities and stuff like that. I've got a Battle Red, so this is going to be a 2-drop. Trugg, the Trogg King himself, is in the list. He has the Malfunctioning Laystone, so I get to roll some dice and pick a buff in each one of my hero phases. And then he has Ceaseless Growth because he can take a command ability. I get to add one to my healing rolls. Then we've got the Dankhold Trogg Boss. The Dankhold Trogg Boss has Shepherd of Destruction, so I can get 1 extra attack when I do an all-out attack as well. And then he's -1 to hit and wound if he has fought. I have 4 units of Rotgut Troggus, 2x3 and 2x6. These guys throw rocks for mortal wounds. They have a 5-up ward, and they also have a fair amount of -2 Rend, 3 damage attacks. Then we've got the Dankhold Troggherd. He's just going to be running around doing a bunch of damage if he gets into combat. He also doubles as a screen, and he has a 4-up spell ignore, which can be helpful. Here are the dice that I'm running today. That squig eating a goblin is going to be the 6. So there you have it, Trugg's Troggherd. Let's see how I do with this thing.
Cities of Sigmar are back on the table. With the new subfaction today, we're doing Misthavn, which is all about the elves. And we have a hero phase move for 3 different units. They can move in the hero phase. We're taking a Warlord and a Battle Reg battalion today. Our general today is going to be the Battle Mage on Celestial Hurricanum. His command trait is going to be Master of Ballistics for +1 to hit, +1 to wound when he issues all-out attack. And then he's taking a relic, the Macroscope, which gives +3 inches to range for human units within 12. We're taking a Marshal on Griffin. He's a good countercharge kind of beat stick character. He's taking my other relic, the Sigmarite Warhammer, for +1 damage and +1 rend. We have a whole bunch of little foot heroes. Here for the Dark Elves up front, we have the Fleet Master. When he issues all-out attack to Corsairs, they also get +1 attack. We have a Battle Mage. He's going to be knowing the spell Pale of Doom. And then he's going to be taking the Arcane Trinket to give +6 inches to his range. And then the Warforger, of course, has to be in the list. He knows a spell that gives humans 6s or mortals. We have a unit of Corsairs. This is a cheap screen unit. 6 a hit are mortals for these guys. They have double swords, so that's 30 attacks, 6s are mortals. We have a unit of Dread Spears hanging out. They've got their 4-up save and going to be protecting the Dark Shards, who are going to be hanging out right behind them. Oh look, there's some Dark Shards. As we've said before, ton of attacks from the Dark Shards, but no rend, so hopefully we can just push some damage through with mass of fire. We have some Steel Helms in the list. These are a little human screen unit that unlock Fusiliers as battle line. These are the Fusiliers hanging out behind them. These guys have a fortified position ability, so they ignore rend modifiers if they're fortified. For an endless spell, we've taken the Pendulum. Very cheap little endless spell. It comes out in a straight line. Anything it comes in contact with on a 2-up, D6 more wounds. Here we have the Great Cannon that I have retrofitted with some Dark Elves. So this is going to be hanging out, firing the giant cannon, seeing if we can do some damage. These are the beautiful Battleshock dice we're going to be rolling today. The helmet is a 6, and that is the list. Let's take a look at the mission.
All right, before we get into the battle plan for today, big shout out to everybody on the Wall of Heroes. These are lords and commanders in our membership service, and they put forth that extra effort to help us keep growing this channel. Thank you so much. So today we are going to be playing Fountains of Frost. This is a 6 objective battle. We are split on long edges of the battlefield. Andorian locusts are going to count as 10 models for the purposes of contesting in this battle. At the start of each Battleshock phase, we're going to roll a dice for any objective that is contested by 3 or more units. And on a 4-up, every single unit on that objective is going to take D3 mortal wounds. We're going to roll separately for each unit. We're going to be scoring hold 1, hold 2, hold more, battle tactics, and grand strategies. Michael, what's your grand strategy?
Banners held high, so I got to make sure that my standards are alive, and I have more of them than you do.
Okay, sounds good. And I'm going to be doing Leave Me Alone.
Trugg has to be alive, and you have to kill all of my heroes.
Okay, cool. I can easily do that. No problem.
No problem.
Let's see who has initiative. All right, we're back from looking at the armies. Very excited to try out the Troggherd. We'll see how it goes. I've decided to take the first turn because I was 2 drops and Michael was more than that. And I need to score and just move to the midboard right away and try to debuff Michael. So that's what I'm going to do. Go ahead, leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win this battle? Is it going to be Trugg's Troggherd or is it going to be Cities of Sigmar, baby? We're about to find out. We're going to try to get some primal dice. No primal dice. And for my heroic action, I'm going to try to get a command point.
Which matters not.
I could use it to auto run, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna give that to this guy. Let's do Malfunctioning Laystone. So I get to roll 4 dice with Trugg, and these have different effects that I can apply to the battlefield. While I'm getting my dice ready, I'll just let everybody know that the moon is in this quarter of the battlefield, so these guys are under the light of the bad mood, and all these guys are as well, because they're next to the shrine. I'm gonna use that 5. Glyph of Olgu, only unmodified hit rolls of 6 for attacks made with missile weapons, score a hit. My battle tactic is to stand on this objective with 2 guys. I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
What's that glowy thing? Pick one objective you do not control.
Yep.
You complete this battle tactic if you control that objective at the end of this turn and 2 or more friendly Trugg's Troggherd units that are affected by the light of the bad mood are contesting it. So I need to be wholly within 12 of this and holding it with 2 units.
Cool.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. For heroic action for me, I'm going to get a command point with the Hurricanum that I don't need, and I do not get it.
Think we're done. Let's move.
Let's do it.
All right, we're back from my turn. I scored 4 points. I completed my battle tactic. I ran the Trogs forward, so this objective is nigh impossible to get onto, and also over here. And I've got my sweet debuff going with the unmodified 6s for shooting. So yeah, 4 points. We're gonna go ahead and get into Michael's turn. Let's try to get primal dice again and see what happens.
Yes.
Okay, we each get 1.
Cool. Let's go ahead and get a command point with the Hurricanum. He gets a command point.
Okay, I'll get a command point with Trugg Life. He's good.
Trugg Life. Battle tactic is going to be surround and destroy. We set up for it turn 1, so we're in deployment. So we have the Griffin on the far side, we have the Corsairs hanging out over here, and then the Hurricanum is going to stake the backboard because he doesn't actually want to go anywhere. So we are Misthavn, so we have a hero phase move, but that is end of hero phase. So we're going to see how this goes. The War Forger.
Okay.
The War Forger himself. He's going to do Blazing Weapons, and he's going to use his icon to get +1 to cast on this. So this is going to cast on a 6.
Okay.
That is a mighty 6 that I'm going to throw a primal dice at because this is the one you want to unbind. 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Unbound. So the Hurricanum is going to cast Mystic Shield. And let's throw this on the Steel Helms, not the Free Guild Guard.
The Steel Helms? Okay.
A mighty 6.
I'll try to unbind that. Unbound with a 7.
Unbound again. Now, do you still have an unbind on my Battle Mage?
I do have an unbind on the Battle Mage as well. Yeah. I forgot that the Battle Mage was there.
This one guy is going to stop everything. Okay.
Yeah.
The Battle Mage is going to do Pale of Doom. This is a 24-inch range, and we're going to target this unit over here.
Okay.
Let's see if it goes off. 6 might go off. Cast on 7.
Okay.
So mighty casting phase complete. We got nothing because that Trogg thought really hard.
Yeah, he should take D3 mortal wounds every time he unbinds a spell.
Good lord.
He's not even looking either.
No,
he's staring at the wall. He's just...
We'll come back after movement phase, show you what we did. Cities of Sigmar have completed their movement phase. The Griffin and his knights have moved to secure this flank. We're going to do a little pincer maneuver over here. All of our Fusiliers, our cannons, our wizards, the Hurricanum, everything tactically withdrew from the Troggherds. We outranged them, so there's no reason to go play with them. We'll just stand back and hit on 6s. It's a great plan. Nothing could go wrong. The elves don't have enough range to get there, and they won't have enough damage output to put anything down, so they also fell back. And the Corsairs moved across the edge to secure, surround, and destroy. So we're going to issue an all-out attack with the Hurricanum onto the Fusiliers. Even though I'm hitting on 6s, this is still going to give me +1 to that wound roll.
Okay, and you're going to target the Magenta Troggs?
Magenta Troggs.
Okay, all-out defense.
Cool, here we go. We're just going to pull 6s. We got 2 hits, everybody.
You got 3.
3 hits on 42 dice. Take 3 wounds.
4s.
Now
5s. Okay, 3 damage.
All right. Now, if we don't kill a Trogg, though, we're going to be hurting. All right, let's go with the cannon. Cannon's got 2 shots. Give me a 6. All right, guys, that is the end of our turn. Let's score it up.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we're back. It went very poorly. We did 3 damage.
Yep.
Sweet.
Sweet Jesus. Yeah, debuffing the shooting is good, and then like unbinding your spells was icing on the cake. Like, did not expect to be able to do that.
Oh no! So we score 4 points. We hold 1, 2, not more, and we did complete our battle tactic of surround and destroy. You have to roll to see if the moon moves.
No,
it stays right there. And now we're going to roll for turn.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to hand David the turn because I deployed 18 inches away from David, so he's just going to move forward again, and we're going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And hopefully he doesn't have his shooting debuff up. All right, guys, we're back. Top of battle round 2. The Troggherd is about to get into it. I have 3 command points. You have 2 command points. Let's roll for primal dice. Hoop. All right, we each get 1.
Okay. I'm gonna heal this guy for D3 plus 1. He's suffered 1. Let's attempt to get a command point with Trugg. No.
And let's attempt to get a command point with my Griffin. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do some malfunctioning laystone action.
No 5s. Oh, he's got a 5.
Nope, we got a 5. So we're gonna do the same thing. No missile weapons for you. My mood didn't move to the middle. I was gonna be more aggressive. My battle tactic is gonna be intimidate the invaders. That's gonna be it for my hero phase. Let's move. So we're back for my turn. We're not gonna break down movement because there's no shooting and charging, so I'm just gonna talk you guys through it. So I moved these 2 units a little bit farther onto this objective, but making sure that I'm within the light of the bad moon. I moved these guys back, but they're still out of my territory, so they're underneath the light of the bad moon. And then we've got Trugg, who's in this quarter of the battlefield, so he's also affected, and then the Troggs and the Dankhold over there. So that is my entire turn. I'm gonna get 4 points, so the score is 4 to 8 Truggs. And we still each have 1 primal dice. Let's try to get some more. 1 more apiece.
Cool. Heroic action. Let's get a command point with the Griffin again. Not this time.
Okay. So for my heroic action, I'm going to make Trugg a unbinder.
He's an unbinder. Let's cast Pale of Doom.
Okay.
From the Battle Mage. On a mighty 8.
Okay.
This is the one that turns off commands.
I don't like debuff spells. I'll do it. Okay.
Unbound.
Yep.
All right, the Warforger gives 6s to mortals on Fusiliers. Goes off.
Okay.
Celestial Hurricanum is just going to throw a Mystic. He's just going to throw a Mystic on the Fusiliers.
Okay. Look at that.
Sweet. Didn't have to use a single primal dice.
Good. You can hang on to those for my turn. All my awesome casting.
It's the bottom of the turn.
Oh, this is the bottom of the turn. My turn was so fast, I forgot.
Did I say what my battle tactic is?
Intimidate the invaders.
For sure. We'll do that, and then we'll show you how we moved.
All right.
Keen-eye viewers are going to notice that very little moved, and we're almost back to our initial deployment. We've moved some stuff up over the line so that we can get a couple really bad shots off, but most importantly, we could get our battle tactic of intimidate the invaders, and we've done that by just stepping over the line with several units.
Now you don't need to all-out attack.
Correct, because we have 6s do mortals, so no need to try and get damage through. Let's just pop off with a bunch of 6s.
Okay.
Here we go.
I don't all-out defense here because it's just mortals.
So 2, that was 6, 4, 6, 7 mortals.
5s. Okay, 1 Trogg dice.
Yes, we got 1.
You're winning the slain models count.
Okay, David. Now I am going to fire with my great cannon. Do you want to all-out defense this?
Who are you shooting?
Same unit.
Okay, I'm going to all-out defense. So I'll have a 2 up before Ren.
2 shots. All right, that's it.
Okay. Good times.
Good times.
Let's go score up.
Let's do it. Oh, David, it's a squeaker. We got 2. We got 4 points. Battle tactic complete. Hold 1, 2, not more. It's like we just started this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did lose a model, so
Okay, yeah.
that's something.
We're making progress.
Yep. Yep.
So we're getting the roll off. Mighty 2.
Mighty 4.
Okay.
All right, we're going to talk for a second. We'll be back for the top of Battle Round 3. We are back for the top of Battle Round 3. I've given Michael the turn. I was set up for Surround and Destroy, or so I thought, but I needed to be a little bit farther to out of my deploy to get these Troggs in there. So we're going to go ahead and give him the turn. Let's start with some Primal Dice.
Yep.
Okay, each get 1.
We're going to go for mount the charge. We're going to charge with 2 mounted units. The Griffin and the Cavaliers are going to make the charge. We're going to try and take this point back from these rock guts. They are in the light of the bad moon, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we can do some damage. Let's go ahead and finest hour on the general.
Okay.
The Free Guild Marshal.
All right, I'm going to finest hour on my Trogg boss.
Okay. Just in case anyone was curious, we did roll for this, and the moon continues to stay here, which definitely impacted David's decision making a little bit. We're going to cast Pale of Doom with the Battle Mage. Let's go, boy. 7 goes off for 6s are mortals on the Fusiliers. This is from the Warforger. Goes off on a 6. Do you have an unbind on him?
I have no unbinds.
And then with the Celestial Hurricanum, did I move myself into range? Nope, I'm still out of range of everything. Let's give a Mystic Shield to the Fusiliers. Here we go. Aggressively shielded.
I do want to do one more thing. I realize that I have a conditional command point that I can hand out. So I am going to use one of my command points and see if I can get a Trogg back, just for funsies.
We definitely talked about that off camera.
No, not quite. So that won't be the conditional. That one will have come from Trugg. So I'm down to 2 + 1.
2 + 1.
Okay.
Splendid. Be right back. All right, it's turn 3, everyone. The Dark Elves are hanging out over here on the side in Little Dark Elf Castle with their tiny little crossbows. They can't hit anything, but all of these Fusiliers are still going to pick on that magenta squad there in the center. The Hurricanum is moved out of the way slightly. The Warforger has backed up so that he's out of unbind range, so hopefully setting up for a battle tactic later. And then this. We did our Misthavn move, then we advanced in formation, and you'll notice there I have another order to give. I'm doing his once per battle, give 2 orders. So that is it. That is it for movement. David did throw a redeploy, I'm noticing here. 6-inch redeploy on the Dankold Trogg boss. Just get him out of dodge a little bit. Guys, that is it. Let's get into shooting. We're going to start with the cannon. Get this out of the way. 2 shots hitting on 6s. Great. Let's do all of the Fusiliers. Okay, guys, we're going to use the ammo run ability, and we're going to be able to re-roll all of our hits. 6s. 3. And then 6s again. Oh no, I have to re-roll this.
Okay, 11 mortals. 2 more go down.
So we're going to flip over that order token on the Griffin, and we're going to engage the foe, and we're going to give +1 attack to the Cavaliers.
Okay.
Charging with Cavaliers. Boom, they're in. And then the Griffin, a mighty 9.
Okay, a monstrous action from the Griffin.
We're going to roar you on a 3-up. You're roared.
Okay.
All right, all out attack hitting on 2s. Here we go. And wound on 3s. 12 at -2.
5s. And these are 2 damage apiece, so we'll roll wards twice. 5s. Okay, I've taken 3 damage so far, and then 5s again. I've taken 7 damage so far. You've got 5 more wounds to do to that unit.
It's not enough. Not enough.
Okay, and your horses?
Yep. 3s and 4s. Here we go. Four more. Take your mighty 3-up saves.
5s. We're good.
All out defense on the Griffin.
Okay, 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. Make a save.
Failed it. Take 3 damage.
Okie doke.
He has 3 attacks with Great Hammer. These are 3s and 2s. 1 at -2. -3.
Okay,
4 damage.
take 2.
2 deadly beaks. Both hit. Both wound. These are in 2.
Okay,
4 damage.
he dead.
Yay! Yay! It took like 500 points to kill a 170 point unit.
Yep.
We did it.
I'll use my triumph to pass the magenta squad, and we'll go score you up.
Cities of Sigmar have completed their turn. We mounted a charge. We took that objective. It took everything we had to take down the Troggs, but we killed a mighty 6 Troggs that turn.
You're chunking them.
Yeah.
The issue that I'm running into is I can't get across the board to Michael's army, and he just scored 5. So this is going to be where the points swing. Let's start with primal dice. We each have 1 from last turn. We each get another 1. 2.
Okay.
So we've got 3.
Noise.
And then we promptly throw those back away because
Oh yeah, you have no casting.
That was fun. For my heroic action, I am going to attempt to get a command point. We'll give that to the dank old Trogg boss. Into the Maelstrom.
Yep,
We're
into
going
the
to just
Maelstrom.
make a charge with 2 units.
I think it's going to be get a command point with the Griffin.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's use the command point that I generated, and we'll try to rally. We'll get 1 Trogg back. Malfunctioning Laystone. Let's see what happens. We're gonna do the thing.
We're going to continue to make this a struggle for the shooting army.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. That's it. Let's go ahead and move. My Dankhold Trogg boss walked forward. He's outside of 3 of the Cavaliers and about 4 away from the Griffin. These guys moved their 6. Then over here, we decided to just run at the enemy because it's getting late game. We want to do some damage. So we ran with literally every single unit over here, and we're just going to throw some rocks at Michael's Cavaliers, and then we'll charge. All right, 4 rocks going into the Cavaliers. Mortals on 4s, 3 mortal wounds. Starting with the Troggs. 6 is fine. The Dankhold Trogg boss wants to get some. Let's charge. 4 is good.
4 is fine.
All right, Michael, go ahead and do a monstrous action.
We are, of course, going to roll the Trogg boss. He's roared.
Cool. I will activate him first, and I'm going to put all the attacks into the Griffin.
You need to do the squiggly beast followers, and at the start of combat, roll a dice for each enemy unit within 3. If the roll is equal to or greater than the number of models in the enemy unit, that enemy unit suffers 1 mortal. So you immediately do a 1 to him, and then on a 4 up, you'll do a mortal to the knights.
Beautiful. Into the knights. No.
Okay.
Okay, this is 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. 3s. Make 3 saves at -2.
5s.
1 damage.
A mighty 1 damage. That is quintessential Trogg boss activation right there.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what they do. 3s and 3s, rend 1. Two at -1.
Okay, 5s, and then 5. I take a damage.
Okay, and then we have 2, 4, 6 horses into those guys. 2 hits, 2 wounds, no rend.
I fail those, and then 5s. Okay, I take another damage.
Now we have our sergeant. 3s, 2 hits. 1 at -2 into the dank hold.
He's on 5, because he's under the light, and damage.
2 damage.
Okay.
And then his horsey, 2 hits, 2 wounds, no rend with the horse.
I save those.
Nice.
All right, let's pile in the Troggs.
Let's do it.
All right, 3 attacks from the Troggs are going to go into the Cavaliers. The other dude is going to swing into the Griffin. This
So,
is,
all out defense on the Cavaliers.
okay, into the Griffin.
And that'll be the Griffins.
3s. 2 at -2 into the Griffin.
Save 1, take 3 damage.
Okay. 3s and 3s into the Cavaliers. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, let's look at the Griffin. Let's all out attack on the Griffin with my final command point.
Okay. Who are you fighting?
Everything into the dank hold.
Okay, sounds good.
Or hits on 2s from the all out attack. 2 hits. Wounds on 3s. 1 wound at -3.
-3, okay. I failed it.
4 damage.
Okay.
5 razor claws. Hitting on 3s. And wound on 3s. Nothing from the razor claws. And then we have 2 deadly beaks. Hits on 2s. Wounds on 3s. Okay. Rend 2.
Failed them both.
3 damage piece now because we got bracketed, so 6 damage total.
Okay, he's dead. Cool. Well, let's score me up. Okay, we are back from my turn. I scored 4 points. So the score is 12-13 cities. Lost my dank hold Trogg boss in combat, but I had to do something to answer these guys. So that's where we're at. Let's go ahead and see who wins here. All right.
I think I have to take the turn because David's been so aggressive and has pushed up so much. But we'll take a look and we'll be right back for battle round 4.
All right. We're back for the top of battle round 4. Michael is taking the turn. I have 3 command points plus a conditional on Trugg, and Michael's got 2. Let's go for primals.
One thing I remember, Dave, we need Fountains of Frost over here.
We do.
We do. So
you go ahead and roll
a
it.
4 on my Griffin, no. A 4 on my Knights, yes, they take 2 mortals.
Okay, I'm good.
And you are good. Okay, great. Let's get into primal dice.
Okay.
Nope.
Yes.
Okay. And can you roll for the moon?
Yeah. It's in the center of the battlefield.
Exactly where we don't want it, everybody. Strike without warning. And we're going to make charges with 3 elf units because I have them sitting right here in front of something that needs to be charged. So let's start with my Battle Mage. He's going to go for Pale of Doom.
Okay, before you do that, I am going to make Trugg an Unbinder.
For sure. Pale of Doom. Here we go. Cast on an eye.
I don't like that one.
It's a bad one.
Unbound with an 11.
Okay. Let's go ahead and cast for Mortals from the Warforger. Mm-hmm. That goes off. We're going to do our Misthaven moves. It's going to be these 3 elf units that need to make their charges.
All right, we'll be back to show you what Michael did with his movement.
All right, everybody, we're finally getting into it. The Griffin is staying in combat. He's not afraid of no Troggs. But the Cavaliers are. They fell out of combat because they can't kill those Troggs that they were in combat with, but they can stop these Troggs who just came out of the Moon Shrine from playing, so they're going to screen over there. The Hurricaneum moved for hopefully some next turn Schmatek action, but I don't think David's going to give me 10 D3 mortals, so they're going to he's hanging out. We advanced in formation, moved backwards so that we can try and do some suppressing fire over there. My screen moved up. They're not charging. They're going to stand there and make it hard for David to get on the point. These are all of my elf units that did their Misthaven move, and they're looking at charging. David rolled a 1 for redeployment, so we're looking at some 4-inch charges over here. That is it. We are finally ready to get into it. All right, David, let's fire that cannon.
Okay.
Nope, miscast. All right, did you already count these out for me, David?
Yep,
Thank you. Teal Team 6, as they're lovingly known. And we are using the order Suppressing Fire. So we'll go over that if I kill anything. Here we go. We just need 6s. 6s to win it.
A fair amount of 6s in there.
Roll 5 5s.
No, 1's dead.
Oh, we got one, no. Yay, we got one. So now we're gonna suppress him. So we roll 2d6, we add the 1 that we killed, and we have to roll higher, roll higher than your bravery.
Okay.
Of a mighty brave 4.
Oh look, you did it.
We did it. We tried to fail.
Okay, their fight last.
Their fight lasted.
That doesn't worry me too much because the 1 unit that can do damage is going to activate first anyway. This is the Dark Shard shooting into Teal Team 6.
Oh, they're Teal Team 5 now.
That's true.
Wounding on force. Oh, take a wound, David. Poke him in the eye.
Saved it.
Great.
All right, charge time.
So we're going to charge with the Fleet Master. Now he's going to give strike first to the Corsairs. But your poor guys are strike lasted, so it doesn't really matter. But the Corsairs have strike first.
Okay.
Charging. They're in.
Okay. Fleet Master.
Fleet Master going in. He in.
Dread Spears.
Have I maybe have charged Dread Spears once? Here we go. 3 + 1 is a 4. Are we 4 inches?
Michael, let's go heads up right here. Nothing to do but stomp these guys with your monstrous action. They can't issue commands.
Yes. For 3 mortals.
Okay, takes.
Cool. So let's just go all natural with the Griffin.
Okay.
Hits on 3s. And wounds on 3s with the Great Hammer. 1 at -3.
Okay, I failed it.
And it's 4 damage arenos.
Okay, I take 2 damage.
Dose Beaks. Hit you at -2.
Failed.
3 damage each.
Okay, I take 3 more. That's another Troggo.
And then the claws. These are on 4s. We got 2. And 1, -1.
Failed.
Dose damage.
Take 1. All right, they'll fight the Griff.
This is where we'll all out defense, because we want our Griffin to be alive. He's important.
Okay, nothing happens. Let's
Sweet.
move on to something else.
Cool. The Black Ark Fleet Master is going to issue an all-out attack
Okay.
to the Corsairs.
Okay.
This is going to bump them up to a mighty 40 attacks. So we're going to hit on 3s, mortals on 6s.
Okay. I will all out defense this unit.
I have no rend.
Oh, okay. I will not all out defense this unit.
Ooh, it's 1. It's mortal in addition to.
Nice.
Cool. 1, 2, 7 mortals.
Okay.
And these are 4s to wound.
All right, it looks like we've got 13 wounds there, not counting the mortals, so we'll roll the save rolls there. This is 3s. And then we have 5 up wards. Two and a half dead Trogs. 1 has a wound, so 2 die, and 1 has 3 wounds.
We're going to go with the Fleet Master.
Oh, sure, Fleet Master.
He has 5 attacks. Now this does have rend if you're interested.
I will all defense now.
Okay. So these are 3s and 3s. Sixes are 2 mortals in addition to. No sixes. So there's 3 at -1.
I fell 2.
It's 2 damage each.
Okay, another one goes down.
4 attacks from the Dread Spears. 1, no rend.
I failed it. Okay, another one dies. So I got 1 Trogg left. He's gonna bump into those killy ones.
Right into the Corsairs.
2 hit. 2 wound, mine too.
Take 6 damage. We got nothing. I have nothing for that.
I'll use one of my last 2 command points to auto pass bravery.
And then, can you roll bravery for those idiots over on the far side?
Yep, I lost 2. I lose 1 more.
Oh, I have to roll bravery for my Corsairs because I just lost 6. Uh-oh, they're brave. Lost 6, and they're brave 6, so 5 run. You got the squad.
Okay.
That's not bad for a 90-point unit. I think they did a job.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Let's score it up.
Let's do it. We are back from Michael's turn. Michael, how many points?
5 points. We completed our battle tactic, which was charged with 3 units of elves. That was cool. And we hold 1, 2, and more.
Yep.
So that's a mighty 5 points. So that puts us up by 2.
Score is 18 to 12.
Cool.
So you're up by 2 if I score 4 points right here.
Got it.
Which I believe I will. I'm not going to do bait and trap. I'm going to do the one where I kill something with Troggs. I have to destroy a unit while affected by the aura of Haywire Magic battle trait.
Perfect. Yeah.
Because I'm probably going to turn on rend or number of attacks this turn because I'm behind by a couple points and we're going into battle round 5. So if Michael wins the roll-off, it's lights out for the Troggs anyway. So that's what I will do. I will do Feels Funny. I'll try to get a command point. I want to say Finest for the last turn. No. Because I'm up to 3 command points.
I'm at 1. Let's get a command point with the Griffin.
Or no, I'm up to 2 because I auto-passed.
I get a Griffin. 1 Griffin command point.
Let's do the Aura of Haywire Magic and decide what we want to do this turn. Yep! It's a bunch of 3s. So let's see what 3s do. I don't need rend to kill the stuff that I'm going to be trying to kill, so let's add one to the attack characteristic of everybody's melee weapons.
I got 4 dice.
Okay?
I'm attacking the purples.
Get some Troggs, do it.
1, 2s. So 3, 6, 7, 8 mortals on the Troggs.
Okay, 1.5 guys die.
Now we'll move into move.
Okay, so I just want to touch on what happened over here at the end of the turn. We did Fountains of Frost. The Griffin took 3 mortal wounds and one of the Cavaliers died. The Trogg got lucky. And now I'm just staring at Michael's army for no reason. Let's talk about my army. So this Trogg is going to stay in combat. These Troggs are going to just stand there and screen out my objective. And then over here is where all the action is. I didn't move with these guys because I want to lift up that screen. And the only thing I moved was the Dankhold Troggherd, 6 inches. He's going to fish for a charge. And then that one stayed in combat as well. So we're just going to go ahead and throw some rocks and then we'll get into charges. All right, the single out is going to throw into the 10-man on a 3-up, 1 mortal wound. These Troggs are going to throw into the Steel Helms, 4 mortal wounds. Into the Griffin, 1 mortal wound. And then into these on 4s, 2 mortal wounds.
Now the Cavalier.
Okay, I'm going to charge these into the Cavalier since there's just 1 left. They get a 3. I think I will re-roll that one. I don't like things on my back objective. I can't re-roll it. Never mind. Dankhold Troggherd gets a 10. He's good. Trugg going in. 8 is good. And then I'll just go ahead and roll the purple guys at the same time. 7's good. We'll move them all in. All right, we will stomp the Steel Helms. Stomp's good. 1 mortal. But first, you get to do a monstrous action.
Yeah, I'm going to stomp you.
Okay.
For 1.
Okay, he takes it. Any commands?
All out defense.
Okay. Everything hits. We're doing 1 extra attack here, guys, because of the Haywire. 1 save.
Saved it.
Ah! Okay, your turn to fight. Okay, Fleet Master into the Trogg.
He's going to issue an all-out attack to himself because I don't need it or want it anywhere else.
Okay.
Gives himself +1 hit, 1 extra attack.
Okay. I will do all-out defense with this one dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
Here we go. Mighty 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. 2 mortals.
Okay.
3 wounds and -1.
Okay, 3s. Failed 2.
2 damage apiece.
Ugh. You're useless. He's useless. He's dead. Okay. Let's do the dank hold Troggherd. All right, we're going to do 5 attacks, 3s and 2s. Make 2 saves at -2.
All right, 4s, so I have 6s? Nope, so damage?
4 plus 6, 10 damage.
I shall remove the squad. So we have 3 gentlemen into the purple Troggs. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
Fail 1.
Cool. Single damage.
Okay.
And then into Trugg. 2 hits. No wounds.
Okay. Actually, you know what? There's no way I can get this objective, so I'm just going to fight with Trugg so we can see what he can do. He has 5 attacks with his Iron Shell Club. This is 3s and 3s. Okay. Those are -2 rend.
Nothing.
14 damage.
3s and 3s with the Great Hammer. They all missed. Okay. 3s and 3s with the beak. 1 hit. No wounds. Uh-oh. This is where he falls apart. And then 4 claws. 2 hits. 2 wounds. Rend 1.
Okay, save 1 fail.
It's 2 damage with the claws.
Take a damage. All right, I'm going to consolidate some Troggs and we'll be back to score me up. What's up? We are back for the wrap-up. We've decided to call it a game. Once Michael won the roll-off on 5, we definitely knew it was over. He was already ahead by 2 points, and he was going to get his grand strat, so that was a 5-point swing right there. So final score for you, 18 plus 3.
So
For your
21.
grand strat, 21. Yeah, and then I finished at 17 points. So 17 to 21. Really interesting matchup. I love the look of this army, and when I looked at Trugg's War Scroll initially, I was like, holy cow, that's really good. But we were all kind of assuming that you were going to be able to use things out of the Gits book, which you can't. So it makes the list a lot harder to play than you think it is going to be. But it's extremely fun. I had a blast with it. Let's talk about the City's Army first, MVPs, LVPs, and all that jazz.
City's Army, so we did Misthavn this game.
Mm-hmm.
I did really like the Misthavn movement. That was great because I was able to run away or advance really, really well. I was really able to catch some units out in the open.
Yep.
LVPs, the cannon. I converted my cannon so that I got to play with it today, and it perpetually got to hit on 6s. So that was kind of a bummer. I loved the Corsairs.
Yeah, they're great.
For 90 points, they were
like
they slapped way harder than they should have.
They're Splinter Fang. Like they do exactly what Splinter Fang do.
So they were great. The Battle Mage I'm not really sold on. Right, he has a really cool spell with a really good range. Pale of Doom shutting off commands for a unit, but that's clearly the one you turn off, right? So so David just primaled at it every single time, and I never got it off. But MVP's got to go to the Griffin and the Cavaliers, who actually did something and won the game. The rest of my army just stood there.
Right, because that's how you swung the game, was by getting over here and getting more for a couple turns. Unfortunately, the grand strategy for this this Regiment of Renown is very hard. You have to kill all the heroes. I kind of felt like I was already going to lose by 3 points, as we were playing, at the beginning of the game. It's like I have no way to get my grand strat, and his is guaranteed. But then on top of that, just giving up more, just trying to move my few units around to get battle tactics was tough. It was an uphill battle, but it was a lot of fun. They're a great army.
I do think Troggs in the normal Gits book are going to continue to be quite a bit stronger, just because you get all of your screens, you get better heroes, and you're better battle tactics. So like competitively speaking, regular Gits is going to be stronger, but anytime you get to bring Trugg out, it's going to be a good day.
Yeah, he's super fun. I'm glad that I got to activate with him. I'll give him MVP because he walked across the entire battlefield and he rolled a 5 with his malfunctioning Laystone every single turn, turned off your shooting for the whole game. I did as much as I could to maximize my points and shut down some of your threats. So I was very successful with that as far as shutting down magic, shutting down shooting, and just focusing on scoring my battle tactics and getting as many objectives as I could. The other play would have been to just literally run my entire army into Michael's army, but it would have taken me 3 turns to do so, and I would have missed at least 1 battle tactic on the way. So it seems like that's what you want the army to do, but it's very difficult for scoring battle tactics, and they're not fast enough to alpha strike or to lift an army before it is outscoring you. So LVP is going to go to the Dankhold Trogg boss. He went in, swung, died in my own turn to the wound. If he would have survived and done greater regeneration, that would have been fantastic. And he also didn't do any damage into the Griffin. He missed with all 4 of his attacks.
He did 1.
He did 1 damage.
Which is even worse.
Yeah. So I would rather do no damage than 1. Yeah. So he gets LVP. We hope that you guys like that matchup, cities versus the Troggherd. Go ahead and leave some comments down below. What could we have done different? What are some of your thoughts on how to make this army a little bit more viable, a little bit more tactical? And I think that's it from me, Michael.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.